Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at something really exciting, the Gardner Museum's 2026 season. And let me tell you, it looks fantastic. They've put together this amazing lineup that weaves together centuries of history, local stories, some really weird folklore, and of course, art. The whole idea here is that it doesn't matter if you're there every week or if you've never been before, there's a story waiting just for you. And that's really the heart of it this season, connection. The museum isn't just, a building with old stuff in it. They're positioning it as a place that holds bits and pieces of our shared story. It's where the town's history crosses paths with your life. So let's dive in and see exactly how they're pulling that off. All right, first things first, get your calendars out. The grand reopening is March 4th, and it is going to be a season packed with new discoveries. So what's all the buzz about? What makes this year different? Well, for starters, the team has been hard at work sprucing the place up. We're talking fresh permanent displays and some newly donated artifacts you've never seen before. Plus, they've refreshed the gift shop and, get this, they've added free guest Wi-Fi for everyone. So yeah, even if you feel like you've seen it all, trust me, there's definitely something new to check out this time. Okay, let's get into the first big theme for the season, and it's all about exploring our local roots. This is the stuff that really hits home, history that feels personal. So check out this quote. It's a perfect example of how the museum is connecting these big national stories right back to Gardner's own history. It's from a book called Milltown, and the author, Carrie Arsenault, is actually going to be there giving a talk. She'll be diving into the impact of local industries that have disappeared over time, something that, really hits close to home for a lot of people in the area. It's just a great way of looking at the bigger American story, but through a lens that feels familiar. And this is where it gets really cool. They're basically time traveling, connecting stories across the centuries. I mean, look at this. You can go all the way back to 1776 and hear firsthand accounts from women of the American Revolution. Then you can jump forward to 1901 to re-examine a really tough local tragedy in Bear that has ties to the women's rights movement. And then, bam, you're right back in the present day with a brand new exhibit that honors our local healthcare professionals. It's amazing how they tie it all together. All right, moving on from the history, the season is also just a huge celebration of arts and culture. Seriously, it's a feast for the senses. Okay, so if you're a fan of Irish tradition, listen up. You've got two totally different but equally incredible options. On one night, you can get cozy with musician Jeff Snow for an evening of Celtic songs and stories. A mix of quiet ballads and tunes that will get your feet moving. But if you're looking for something with a bit more energy, there's a high-octane performance from the amazing Irish-American step dancers. It just goes to show you the kind of variety they have planned. And that's not all. The creative stuff just keeps coming. The whole season is packed with events that are all about the community. You can learn about the art of hat making, which is pretty cool. You can hear inspiring essays from local students, or you can check out a summer photography exhibit put together by museum members themselves. It's really all about shining a spotlight on local talent. Okay, now for my favorite part. If you like your history with a side of strangeness, this next bit is definitely for you. We're diving into the weird and the wonderful. Okay, check this out. Mysterious MA. They're bringing in a historian to talk about the state's most famous spooky legends, oddball events, and local lore. And here's the thing, you don't have to believe in ghosts to get a kick out of this. It's really about how these weird, quirky stories actually give us a fascinating look into the history and culture of Massachusetts. Super interesting, right? And just when you thought it couldn't get any more unique, we have this. If you think your vegetable garden is boring, well, you're about to be proven wrong. Author Varla Ventura is going to take you on this wild ride through the folklore and magic of common vegetables. Seriously, it's this awesome mix of nature, history, and just plain weirdness. I guarantee you'll never look at a carrot the same way again. So you're probably wondering how all of this amazing stuff is even possible. Well, it all comes down to community support. So let's talk for a minute about how you can actually become part of the museum's story. It's really important to remember that the museum is a nonprofit. That means that contributions from members are what keep the lights on and make all these incredible exhibits and events happen. It is, hands down, the best way to make sure this place continues to be a cornerstone of the community. So, what's it going to cost you to join? For a whole year, an individual membership is just $20. That's it. $20 for a full year of free admission and all the other perks. And if you want to bring the whole family, $30 for the entire household. It's kind of crazy. But wait, it gets even better. For students, Are you ready for this? It's $1. $1. No, that is not a typo. And here's the absolute kicker. Get ready for this. These prices, they haven't changed since the museum opened its doors back in 1978. 1978. We're talking almost 50 years. That's just an unbelievable commitment to making sure everyone can be a part of this. It makes becoming a member a total no-brainer. So, when you put it all together, the history, the art, the weird and wonderful stories, there's really only one question left. With a season this packed, what new story are you going to discover?